Welcome to the 5th Grand Prix of the 2020 MAR World Championship. This is Professor CC19, and welcome back to the Azure Raceway. As we begin the second half of the 2020 MAR season, you see the results of 4 races on the left side of your screen, with Ultraviolets holding a 5-point lead over Team Moonglow. However, Team Moonglow gets the better start today, 6 spots better, in fact, starting in second place in the front row next to EVERGREEN. It's time to find how standings change today in 3, 2, 1, and we're rolling. The Azure Raceway has more gradual inclines and slopes than what we're used to from the past few Grand Prix, but this opening section with a rapid succession of curves really should shake up the field. Expect a lot of drama in that opening section throughout this race. Right off the bat, we see Team Moonglow and Shine taking full advantage of that section. They now have a huge lead after starting in second place. And the pole sitters, EVERGREEN, slips back to 5th or 6th position. In the meantime, Glitter of the Gold Globes having a bit of trouble with that section. On the Ball of the Orators, famously fast, has made up a few spots. Right now they're in 3rd, fighting with Captain, another strong team of the Aquamarines. We've seen On the Ball and Captain duel it out before in previous races, but no one can match Shine of Team Moonglow. They're going to have the lead going into lap number 2 over Sketch of the Greyscales, then Frost neck and neck with On the Ball, a gap back to Captain, then a pair of Alg Olympics champion teams with Flame and Glitter, Fireballs and Gold Globes. A string of others back behind. A bad start so far in this race for Strawberry Streamers and Black Knights. They're towards the bottom 2 positions, I believe. But now as we begin the second lap, you'll see the difference as the marbles begin to go single file down this section. See how things change if Shine can continue to hold their lead. We'll see if any team can hold a position consistently on this course. And no, we see a number of other teams coming in, 2nd and 3rd. Now Sketch of the Greyscales into the lead position over On the Ball. Shine falls back to 3rd, now close with Frost. Sketch quick down through that section. Team Moonglow a bit quicker. They get right around On the Ball for 2nd place. And just like that, Shine of Team Moonglow has the lead back. But a nudge from On the Ball puts Sketch back in the lead. They're dueling it out already in this course. 8 laps, we're only in lap 2, but we're getting a lot of intense action. And now Frost of the Icers into 2nd place, trying to track down Sketch. Can they? Not quite. Man, that is close. This is going to be very close into lap number 3 between Sketch and Frost. Then we see EVERGREEN, the pole sitters, back into 3rd over On the Ball and Shine. The hosts with King, their team captain, Azure Royals, back behind in 6th place. They've made up a few positions from the past lap and a half, I would say. Everyone got scattered at the very beginning of this race. Now everyone trying to get it together again, positions become more clear and defined. A nudge between Frost and Sketch is going to benefit EVERGREEN. They're going to take the lead. Question is, can they hold it? The answer is yes. Out of nowhere, King goes from 6th to 2nd, and getting a nudge from Sketch from behind, actually making up some ground in that section. But yeah, we've seen a pretty exciting race in just the first 2.5 laps. These teams really getting involved. We see Flame and Frost, the rivals, Fireballs and Icers, they may be getting in on the action too. Prank of Jack's Jokers, their team captain, making up some ground. EVERGREEN will see if they can hold their lead through this final section. And who will slot into the positions behind them? Frost of the Icers, very quick down that slope, and they might have gotten 2nd place. We'll have to see at the start of the next lap, away from King. Then Sketch, On the Ball, Flame, Shine of Team Moonglow has fallen all the way back to 6th. Then another team coming from behind, Team Captain O of Team Neon. It is EVERGREEN, the pole sitters, getting their lead back going into lap number 4. But with the teams this close, and actually, yes, Frost we see into 2nd place. Now body slammed by King. They're going to slip back to 4th. Now they're passed by Sketch as well. And this opening section, things are going to change once again. EVERGREEN with some problems. The hosts, King to the lead. Sketch right behind them. EVERGREEN trying to make up ground. Some good news for Shine. They go right underneath Frost. They're back up into 4th. And the rivalry taking place right behind them. Maybe it's a good move of Shine to be clear of the path of Flame and Frost as they're duking this out. On the Ball, get some of the contact I think Flame had intended for Frost. And actually that winds up benefiting On the Ball. They're up into 5th place again. Trying to track down Shine, got pretty close. Now Frost off the back, Frost back into 5th. Up front though, the hosts, King, they're going to hold on to their lead throughout this lap. Sketch, EVERGREEN, then Shine, On the Ball. Frost. We have problems there, problems in the final section for multiple teams. That's actually going to have Glitter slotting into 6th place over O, which had it briefly. Flame of the Fireball slips back considerably. So going into the second half of this Grand Prix, the hosts with King have the lead. This is one of the few times we've seen that all season. Only one team really is able to benefit from having a good knowledge of their home course. That was last week at Prankster's Palace, where Jack's Jokers were the runners-up, getting 18 points on the board. Now through this section, it's very close between 3 teams, Evergreen, King, and Sketch. Sketch going to benefit briefly. We'll see if they can hold on to that. Shine of Team Moonglow trying to close the gap. We've seen great battles so far this race. A number of teams getting in the action, then slipping back, then coming from behind. Shine getting caught on part of the royal curves there. And now all of a sudden these teams are starting to spread out a lot more. Although all of a sudden now Sketch slowing down to the final section. Evergreen going to close the gap considerably going into lap number 6. But look at the gap that's developed behind them. The top 2, Sketch and Evergreen, separating themselves big time from King. And then another huge gap back to Shine. Then on the ball, O of Team Neon making up some positions. But all of a sudden, in just one lap, this has progressed into a 2-marble race. We have Sketch and Evergreen, 2 teams that are towards the bottom in the overall standings. Greyscales in 16th of 16, tied with 2 other teams with a mere 8 points. But now they're trying to extend their lead even further, not quite able to do so. Amazing strategy there by Evergreen to go through those curves and then get a bounce high enough to go off the top of Sketch. That is some great strategizing and racing by Evergreen. As I was saying, these teams towards the bottom of the standings, Evergreen made up a lot of ground in the last race, earning 10 points. Problem is, it was their first 10 points of the season. It took them till race 4 to even get on the board. So a win or second place finish in this race would be huge for both of these teams, especially for Sketch. After lap number 6, Evergreen has the lead over Sketch once again. And then a huge gap back to the others. King, Shine, on the ball, Frost, O, Glitter, Flame, just a number of others coming through behind. We'll see how long we'll wait before we pan back up to start lap number 7. We see some others, 2 shades of pink very close. Frank and Upstream maybe in a position to get some points. But this is still a 2-marble race. This might be down to the end. 2 laps to go between Evergreen and Sketch. And we're seeing some great dueling between these 2 teams, some great strategizing and racing by both of them. There's some more contact. That actually might have benefited Sketch, and Evergreen tries to pull another amazing move down to the bottom, but it doesn't work. Sketch finally learns and blocks Evergreen. And that's going to benefit them. Can Sketch hold their lead now going into the final lap? No, Evergreen, another great move to go right underneath them to ride that bottom part of the A in the royal curves. And now these 2 are neck and neck again ahead of a number of others close back behind. I don't know if Shine is going to get in on the action. They're back in 3rd, but look at Evergreen now. They are speeding up and slowing down at the end of that section, but they are going to have a considerable lead going into the final lap. This has been a wonderful race. For as slow-paced as this course is compared to some of the others, this has been incredibly competitive. Shine in 3rd, and the hosts in 4th. They're looking to get a podium. Glitter of the Gold Globes has made up a number of positions. They're in 5th place. Considering where they started, that is amazing. And on the ball, and O, but we're going to turn our attention back up front for the final lap. This is where everything is very important for these top 2, Evergreen and Sketch. They've been battling for a good 3 laps. Question is, who is going to get the lead when it matters most? Evergreen has it for now, but very slow in this final section. Sketch can't quite capitalize on that. They're pretty slow as well. Shine back behind. We see them slowing up. At this point, Evergreen looks to have it. They don't get hung up in the royal curves. And if Sketch doesn't get something spectacular in this final section, it is going to be Evergreen's race for the taking, and it is Sketch getting hung up. That's only going to build the lead for Evergreen. And at this point, it doesn't look like Sketch is within range to catch them unless something crazy happens. And it doesn't look to happen. EVERGREEN, the Foresters. Team captain going to win the 5th Grand Prix at the Azure Raceway. Sketch in second. The hosts look to come in third, but then they get stopped. They come to a stop in the final section to get passed by 2 teams. Glitter of the Gold Globes gets bronze over Shine. Another podium miss for them. Then the hosts, with King on the ball, having some problems. We see a backup on the ball, then Frost, Fire, the 2 neck and neck. And the last spot for points is going to go to captain. 1 point. That's good for Aquamarines. They're scoring points in every race. The leaders, Violet of the Ultraviolets, miss out on points by 1 position. That's going to hurt them, especially where Team Moonglow finished. They might take the lead back. Another very poor race for Crimson Crusaders and Black Knights. Disappointment for them. We didn't really see anything of Yellah Fellas. But there are our results. Foresters, after not getting on the board till race 4, they scored 25 points, 18 for Greyscales and 15 for Gold Globes. We'll see how this changes the standings. And that is Team Moonglow. 1 spot gained into the lead over Ultraviolets, now a 7-point lead. 7 points Ultraviolets have on Raiders. And look at this, 5 spots gained for the Greyscales, and Foresters also 5, I believe. We'll see you next week for the Neodrome Grand Prix number 6. Subscribe for more. Thanks.